probably all week. So it was about a photographer at a wedding, right? And I guess they asked for a plate of food at the wedding, and I guess the people said no, and the photographer deleted all of the photos and left and fucking left. First of all, first and foremost, you either had a down payment or a full payment by the time the actual wedding started. So because you didn't get a plate, you gonna delete pictures and leave. You know
But why
I'm
did
gonna
he give him
sue
a
you,
plate?
right? You know I'm gonna sue you for the money back that you did, and I'm gonna sue you for it's a word. It's not
The
paying a stuff
stress.
for
It
punitive
it's
damages.
punitive damages,
Punitive
emotional
damages.
stress.
I'm
Oh, nah,
gonna sue you for everything I
everything.
could.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google some shit to add on to sue you for. You got me fucked up.
But why they didn't
First
give him
of
a plate?
all,
They know he gonna be there the whole wedding before
most
and
most
after.
people no most people get for people that RSVP. You already going through a lot planning your wedding. You're not thinking about feeding the photographer, feeding the DJ, feeding the cleanup crew, feeding the feeding crew. You're not really thinking about that. So if depending on how this food was set up, if they only had enough for 100 people, the extra 5 people that's there to help with the wedding, bring your motherfucking lunch, because you don't know if you're going to get food or not. You don't know. You don't know what agreement these people have with the caterers. They only got a select amount of people. And then if they probably was looking at it like, well, damn, we only pay for 100 people, and if she gets some, then the DJ gonna want some, then the officiant gonna want some, then this person gonna want some, and we don't have that food. They
But
have the right. You are there to do a job. They do not have to feed you. You're doing the job that
you
you
did
already
all
got paid
day.
for if it's a day or what. Bring your fucking lunch.
I probably would have deleted them pictures and left too.
And you're gonna get sued.
Well,
Your
Or I
again,
business is
probably would
going
have
to
deleted
get
it, but I
damaged.
probably would have
That
left with
person
some
is
shitty ass
probably
pictures
not
out
gonna
too.
get another photography job for years. Possibly. I don't know. Depends on if people see their story or not. But that person, they probably got to move to a different state so people don't even know what kind of, because I would drag that person. Do
They
that
was
to me in DC.
hangry.
Nobody in DC will hire you again, because I would make sure that everybody knows. Everybody
They
knows
was
that you deleted
hangry.
my
They
pictures
should have
and
gave him a
walked
piece of
out in
bread.
the middle of my wedding.
They should have gave him a piece of bread or something. He can't think. He can't take good pictures, or he or she didn't eat.
You call somebody. When I was at work today and I wasn't able to leave because we were giving out tablets, when somebody came, I said, please go get me some daggone food. I took 5 minutes to go get my food and eat it, and I took my happy ass back to work. Was I supposed to say, ain't nobody else getting no motherfucking free tablets because I'm fucking hungry and ain't nobody feed me here at work, which they don't have to do.
It was no food at work. It was only tablets.
They knew I ain't getting no lunch break and could have fed me.
I just feel like they could have gave him a piece of bread or a piece of chicken or something, because like they was there all day taking pictures. Like they got to get the before, the during, the mid time, and the after.
well,
Bring
it
your
should be a
lunch.
part of the contract,
Or
and
part of the
depending on
contract.
how, like I was saying, depending on how they run their business, business is business. So if it's not a part of the contract, you know, uh, he can't expect that he's going to get a meal. He should negotiate that to be a part of the contract based upon the length of service, because like you really don't know, depending on how it's set up during the meal, he may have photos to to need to be taken. Like it all should be structured out where, like, if the photographer, and if that's the only photographer and he's going to be eating, it needs to be a designated time and place for him to eat. That all should be already planned. But then it's all about how the contract was set up. Because if he was under contract, and at least it would be verbal, and he got paid, he probably will get sued, and it will be additional damages, additional emotional distress, and punitive damages and stuff like that. You know, but all depends on the contract and what was agreed upon beforehand.
My photographer ain't I started studying. My photographer not even gonna be able to walk out because I'm gonna have my people jump that motherfucker. Like
I'm gonna just feed my
it just
photographer.
sound no, but if Ronnie, literally, what if they only had enough for their guests?
So again, it depends on the contract. It depends on the contract. That's all it is.
This is actually good that
Take-
this conversation even came up, because I wouldn't even never thought about feeding the damn photographer or the DJ or
Me
nothing.
either.
Whenever me and Q do a gig, and Q, don't we make sure we get fed?
Yeah.
That's important.
I'm like, oh, I'm not going nowhere. Y'all got food there? Y'all making sure we get plates?
Mm-hmm.
Who gonna bring it to us? By what time we gonna get our food? It's all a part of the agreement in the contract.
And that would be different if, and which that they didn't have it in their contract, but if it's not in the contract, you cannot expect people to feed you just because you're there doing a job. That's exactly my point. I don't expect my job to feed me, even on days when I don't get a break like today. I knew I couldn't leave my area. So if somebody didn't go get me food, I couldn't go eat. This photographer knew they was not going to be able to leave their area. So they knew, they had to bring in their food or make sure that they, like Dee said, put it in the contract. You don't get to just say, oh, what? You only got enough for your people? You didn't think about adding me into the food list? No, bitch, I was planning the whole fucking wedding. No, I didn't think about it. Why you didn't think about saying, hey, can you make sure I got some food? And I'd be like, damn, somebody Uber Eats already over there. Because I forgot to add her to the 100 list on the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy for you to walk off of your job, especially if you are a freelance photographer. Like, you know how much money you're losing?
Maybe it was a family member and they didn't pay him.
No.
We don't know. It could have been somebody doing this shit on the arm, and motherfucker tried like, oh nah, you ain't either. I took all these damn pictures and you ain't gonna give me a plate, and I ain't even charge you. Oh, fuck this.
That's what it sounds like.
And I'm gonna hold the pictures for ransom or something.
If I did it on the strength and a motherfucker ain't feed me, I ain't getting that. Cause
they didn't do these on the strength. That article did not say that.
Right, but we don't know. Man, every time I've ever seen a news story and I've known exactly what happened, the news story has never, ever, 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 ever been accurate. Ever. And I've known exactly what's happened in a few news stories, and they've never been right. So it is what it is. And police reports, but that's a whole nother, whatever.
Mm-hmm. But you got something else for us, Reese?
That was just crazy to me. That was crazy. And like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna have my people jump you or if I'm gonna just go ahead and take the legal route and sue you. I might take the legal route and sue you because if we jump you, then you're gonna turn around and sue me back. So nowadays I take the legal route with everything because I'm older. I don't feel like that stuff.
It depends on the day for me, because sometimes I got time today, bitch. Like, you want to play today?